first, les temps composés, so the compound tenses, and especially la forme négative, so the negative form with compound tenses. So, if you remember, la forme négative in French, if you want to express the negative form, then normally you get two parts, deux éléments. The first one is ne, and then normally the verb is coming after, and the second part is pas. Okay, this is how normally we construct that. Keep in mind that ne will be modified if the verb is starting with a vowel, or in some cases, not all the verbs starting with h, but most of them. Okay? So let's see how it will go with the présent, for instance. So you take je suis, okay, I am, and then basically it's quite simple to make the negative form as, well, if you remember what I just said, you get this first part ne, okay, then you put the verb, and after that you put this pas. Je ne suis pas. Okay? If you take this futur proche form, so it's quite interesting because it's not a real future, it's I am, like in English, I am going to be, okay? So in French, we just construct it in the same way. We use the verb aller, aller is to go, okay? And then after that, we put the second verb at the infinitive. So, je vais être, I am going to be, okay? Je vais être. But then the interesting thing is that in this structure, well, clearly you've got two verbs. The first one is aller, and it's conjugated, but then the second one is être, okay? It doesn't change anything because you will have to put ne and pas before and after your first verb. Okay? So, je ne vais pas être. If you make the liaison, je ne vais pas être. So let's see now how it will behave when we have this passé composé form. So it's a compound tense, you can see it here. So you've got only one form, so it's j'ai été. So you get avoir first, and then you get this participe passé form. Okay, so j'ai été, and the negative form will be je n'ai pas été. Okay, so you will put your ne first before avoir. So you can see that, as I said here, you've got to take away the e here, je n'ai, and then you put your pas, and you put after that your participe passé. Okay, a common mistake is normally to put this pas, so the second part of the negative form, after this participe passé. Okay, think about that and try to remember that it should be before and after avoir in that case, and it can be être as well in other cases. Okay, so for instance, for the plus que parfait, another compound tense, it will be exactly the same. J'avais été, je n'avais pas été. Okay, so before and after avoir. Futur antérieur, well, it will be exactly the same thing. J'aurais été, je n'aurais pas été, je n'aurais pas été. Conditionnel passé, another compound tense, it will behave exactly the same way. J'aurais été, je n'aurais pas été. Something quite important, and it's oral French. So I'm not talking about this formal oral, but I'm talking about, well, this French that you can hear when you are walking in the street and then people are speaking in an informal way. And in that case, quite often, they will actually only use one part for this negative form. And this part that they will use will be the pas. Okay, so they will take away the ne, and they will only keep this pas. Keep in mind that it is informal French. So it's spoken French, it's not in formal situation, because of course in formal situation you will have to keep the two parts, okay? But then if you are listening to, well, youngsters, they won't use the first ne part, okay? So let's see how it will look like. Je suis, okay, will become je suis pas. Futur proche, je vais être, will become, sorry, je vais pas être. Passé composé, j'ai été, will become, j'ai pas été. Plus que parfait, j'avais été, will become, j'avais pas été. Futur antérieur, j'aurais été, will become, j'aurais pas été. Conditionnel passé, j'aurais été, will become, j'aurais pas été. So remember, la forme négative, normally two parts. When we are talking about this informal oral French, then one part, okay? When you get the two parts, it's ne and then your verb and pas. And if it's informal, then it's only pas, okay?